You may remember me from my television shows in the 1980s and 90s, and now I host a regularly live streamed virtual magic showcase featuring some of the greatest magicians in the world. Welcome to Dr. Michael's Friday Night Wizard Emporium. And welcome everybody to this month's edition of my Friday Night Wizard Emporium. We have a great lineup for all of you out there. So why don't we get underway? We have via video, all the way from the US, someone who is quite a regular to our show, and she'll be back on live in about a month or two. Let's put our hands together, please, for the magical Ms. Charlie.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Michael. I really appreciate being here. It is an honor. And I'm so sorry. This is something I have to do. I just have to. Showtime. Okay, let's get started with what we're here for. I have a full deck of cards. And in the interest of time, Dr. Michael, would you just name any card that you feel would represent everyone here? Well, everyone except me. Any card.
Boy, that's hard.
I know.
Let's narrow it down somewhat. We'll say Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts, Ace of Hearts. Okay. And while I'm pulling the Ace of Hearts out, would you name a card that you feel would represent me?
That would be Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. Yes, very cliche. And in the interest of time, we'll run with that. Let's see. I know I have it here. I saw it earlier. There she is. Okay. So we have the Ace of Hearts to represent everyone here, and we have the Queen of Hearts to represent me. And right off the bat, you can see that we are very similar with each other. We also have a lot of differences. Similarities would be all of us attending this wonderful, wonderful Zoom meeting. I don't even want to call it a meeting. Entertainment fabuloso. And then our differences, something like the clothes or even where we're located. I'm in sunny San Diego. You're all the way across the pond, as they say. Anyhow, other similarities that we have. When we're young, we're taught to bend over and touch our toes, usually to please our parents. When we're older, we learn to bend over backwards, usually to please other people. As we continue in life, we learn to stand face to face with each other, which usually pleases us. Continuing in life, we learn to stand back to one another, usually because we can't please anyone. And as we continue on this roller coaster of life, standing face to face, standing back to back, bending over backwards, touching our toes, well, eventually our feelings could get hurt. Yeah. And as we continue through this, and this one hurts a lot, this one hurts an awful lot. I hate this. We could have our hearts broken. Yeah. Well, what do? Well, we pick up the pieces, we assess them, organize them, take count of our assets. And now watch, and watch, and watch. I'm kidding, I'm teasing. But they say time heals all wounds. So time is kind of like magic. And as time continues, we heal. We may still be a little bruised. We might even be a little scarred. But we realize that we made it through in one piece.
Wow.
Proving. Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much for the opportunity. This has been absolutely delightful.
Wow. And there we go, the wonderful, the magical Ms. Charlie via the magic of video. Now, I believe you're all going to want to participate in this. So if you have a deck of playing cards handy, just reach over, just grab it, because you're going to want to play with your cards along with our next guest. So I'll give you all a few seconds to reach for that deck. And as magicians, wouldn't we usually have a deck of playing cards handy within arm's reach? Boom, or within playing card reach. Boom, I feel like such a joker. Regardless, hopefully you've got a deck of playing cards by now. I want to introduce someone who is from the UK. She fell ill today, tummy troubles. So she's allowed me to show a video of her a very amazing performance. Please let's put our hands together from the UK, Raven Luck Magic.
Hi, I'm Raven. I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to showing you what I have to show you guys today. So, has everybody got a deck of cards handy? I know you're muted, so just raise them if you do. We're going to use a voice from the past as my assistant today. We're going to have Mr. Paul Daniels. Just let me know if you can hear this.
Hello, my name's Paul Daniels. You're going to like this. Not a lot, but you're going to like it. It's a card trick. It's called a topsy-turvy card trick because during the course of the performance, you will be turning the cards some up, some down. But to start with, I want you to take a pack of cards and deal 3 cards onto the table in a little pile from the top of the pack. Put the pack, that's all you've got to do, and deal 3 more cards on top of the 3 you've already dealt. Done that? Good. Cut them again and deal 3 more cards. In other words, you are building up a small pile of cards in front of you. Have you done that? Good. Cut the cards again and deal 2 more. Now place the rest of the cards just to one side for a minute. You'll need them later. Don't lose them. And look at the top card. In other words, the last card you dealt onto the table. Look at it, remember it, and write it down if you've got a bad memory, because now you replace it on top of the small packet of cards that you dealt onto the table and you pick up the bulk of the pack. Place the bulk of the pack down on top of the card you just looked at, and you'll notice that if you square up the pack, pick them up off the table, square them up. Look, your card has now disappeared into the pack. You're going to find it in a most unusual way. Whatever your card was, double the number of spots on it and deal that number of cards onto the table face down. So, if you thought of an 8 or you looked at an 8, just place 16 cards on the table, one after the other. Okay? Or if it was 7, you deal 14. I'm going to give you a little while to do that. And I hope by now that you are doing it. You should be dealing away twice as many as there were spots on your card. With the cards you have left in your hand, turn them face up and put them on the cards that are on the table. Already you can see why it's called a topsy-turvy card trick. Pick all the pack up and holding it again for dealing. This time you've got to do something exceedingly difficult. I want you to deal 20 cards onto the table if your card was a heart or a spade. Now, if it was a club or a diamond, I want you to deal 24 cards. Yes, I know the cards are face up. Deal them anyway, one at a time. So, 20 cards for a heart or a spade, 24 cards for a club or a diamond. This will take some time, so I'm going to dance a while you do it. And if nothing else, this card trick does waste a lovely amount of time in an evening when television's boring. Now you'll still have some cards left in your hand when you've dealt the 24 for the club or the diamond, or the 20 for the heart or the spade. So turn those cards the other way up as you put them down. In other words, if you've been dealing some face up, you'll obviously be now placing them some face down, but the cards are very mixed up. All you do is turn them over in your hand, place them on those on the table. Now the cards are really mixed up. So you've got to deal them again. Again, you pick them up from the table, deal 13 cards for a red card. 13 cards for a red card. And if your card was a black card, deal 18 cards. It's confusing, isn't it? Yes, but it was things like this that kept me out of the army. Having done all that, remember, 13 cards for a red card, 18 cards for a black card, turn the remainder of the pack over again and place them on the dealt cards. Now, your card must be lost in them. For me to find your card, I want you to deal one card from the top of the pack for each letter of my name.
I'm going to take over the rest of the trick now. Thank you, Paul. I'd like you to deal one card down, face down on the table to spell out my Raven luck. So I'll do it with you. MYRAVENLUCK. Now, if you look at the card that you just dealt, it should be your card that you started the trick with. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yay. And there we go, Raven Luck Magic from the UK. It's always delightful to get her on. And speaking of delightful, we have someone who never ceases to amaze us and to entertain us. He's no stranger. In fact, he's a regular to Open Mic Magic Theater, which airs every Wednesday on Facebook. Make sure you check it out. Look it up, Open Mic Magic Theater. And I think it's time for us to put our hands together for the great Chris the Bard.
Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Excellent. Good. Well, yes, my name is Chris the Bard, and I'm a weaver of wonders, a teller of tales, and a collector of curiosities, such as my wand, friend, and constant conjuring companion, Scully McScullerson, to whom many of you are no stranger. But in case you're just meeting me, I want to introduce myself and my wand. Scully and I wander the realms of myth, mystery, and enchantment, seeking out new marvels and new myths to share with our community. I'm grateful today that I have I'm grateful to say that I have two things to share with you today that I'm really excited about. So these are two stories I'd like to tell, and I'm going to tell them in a magical way, as is my wont, using a magical book. So this is my book of tales, tales of enchantment. And I'm going to tell you a story right now that I hope will bring to mind some of the stories that you hold most dear in your hearts, dear viewers, as fans of story, as fans of magic, as fans of myth and folklore and mystery. What I want you to do is, everyone out there, to bring to mind the story that makes you feel the warmth in your heart that you felt and the wonder you felt in your heart as a child. Because what I have here is a map, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I want to start with the story, because the stories that we weave make the world. A great thinker of our time said, "The world is made of words, and if you know the words the world is made of, you can make of it what you wish." This is another way of saying that myth, story, forms the very fabric of the universe that we explore. And so, when the fairies get into your bag and make a mess of your magic and tear your map into many different pieces, like this one here, you might be able to, through the power of story, work something really magical and find your way, though you may feel lost. You may feel torn to shreds. You may feel very lost. You may find your way back if you can remember that warmth, that mystery, that sense of enchantment that we all feel, that sense of wonder that we feel when we're children. And so I want you to all hold that story close to your heart. Imagine what it is. It could be the story of a young prince who prevails solely through having a good heart of gold. It could be the story of a princess who discovers that the means of her own escape from the tower in which she is imprisoned were always her own. Whatever it is, think of that story now. Hands on knees, drum roll, please. We're going to see if we can work some magic. 1, 2, 3. And my friends, I think we can work some magic together this evening. I forgot to mention, thank you, Dr. Michael, for having me on the program. I'm so honored to be here. It's my joy and my pleasure to share magic with people who appreciate it. And so I have another thing I'd like to share with you all today from my book of enchantments. And this, my friends, is a story about the contact between this realm and the fairy world. For there is much traffic between the realm of the fairies and the realms of the humans. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that today. Some of the stories are very scary, the old Irish and Scottish stories of will-o'-wisps and corpse candles that lurk in the misty swamps and bogs that will lure travelers away into the darkness, making them lose their way so that they become trapped and lost forever in the bogs. One such character, Ginny Greenteeth, lives beneath the surface of a murky, glaucous pond and will reach up with a skeletal hand and tear you down under the water, drowning you. But I want to tell a story that's a little bit friendlier than that today. So I want to tell the story of a character known as the Fairy Lighthouse Keeper. And they say that the Fairy Lighthouse Keeper keeps a lighthouse on the border between the realms of humans and the fairy world. And in that lighthouse, the Fairy Lighthouse Keeper keeps an ever-burning and eternal flame. So I want you all to imagine once again, it can be a story or it can just be something that makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, like the friendship and companionship of your family, a favorite place, the beautiful tinge of the sky at sunset, whatever it might be. I want you to picture that right now because we're going to work a little magic and I'm going to tell you about the ever-burning and eternal flame of the Fairy Lighthouse Keeper. For it indeed is there to guide travelers back who may become otherwise lost in the darkness. We only need to remember that we carry that light deep within our hearts, no matter where we go. So that even when all seems lost, and it seems that all is lost in darkness, we need only look to the fairy lighthouse to see that that light still burns there, ever burning an eternal flame. And not only that, but because this light may go out and leave us in darkness once again, we only need to remember that that light burns forever within our breast. It is always carried within us. An ever-burning and eternal flame, so that even though it may pass into darkness and seem to vanish, it always returns to the lighthouse of the Fairy Lighthouse Keeper. Indeed, that Fairy Lighthouse Keeper is a wily one, and he knows that the darkness in our hearts may confuse us. We may become lost between this world and the next. We only need to remember the magic that is within us and all around us to find our way back to the realms of light and to the mysteries and wonder of the natural world. And not only that, but when it seems all lights have gone out and all is lost in darkness forever, if we simply remember that first thought I had you think of, that warm, fuzzy thought, you will see the light will return to the Fairy Lighthouse Keeper. And if we've paid attention and learned the lessons of the other world, we may find that that light shines out all the clearer when we return to ordinary reality. A light that shines from the world of the fairies into our world. And that, my friends, is the mystery of the Fairy Lighthouse Keeper. Thank you. I've been Chris the Bard. You've been fantastic.
Wonderful, wonderful, Chris. Wow. I love the twists and turns that you add to often traditional routines. And of course, the Celtic flares that you add as well to it. I'm going to ask you a question that I'm going to ask most of our entertainers tonight. And that is, how old were you when you did your very first trick? And that could be professional or hobbyist. How old were you?
Boy, probably 6 when I did it as, for my parents. And I think 11 or 12 when I did my first paid gig on the, collecting tips on the streets of Nevada City in California.
Oh, beautiful. What was the very first effect or effects that you did?
That is a good question. I think actually ball and vase was one of the very first things I learned and felt, oh, this is really magical, which is related to the effect I just showed, very closely related. And then for people on the street, it was color Monty, a classic
Ah,
hard packet trick that many magicians learn early on.
awesome, awesome. As usual, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you on our show. You can be seen many Wednesdays on Open Mic Magic Theater. Look it up on Facebook. How can people contact you if they want to book you?
Great question, Dr. Michael. Thanks for that. And thanks again for this opportunity for not just myself, but
It's
other
an
working
honor.
magicians. It's such a
It's an
great,
honor.
thank you. So christhebard.com, and or as you say, find me on Facebook.
Excellent, excellent. Let's please put our hands together for the great Chris the Bard. Thank you once again, Chris.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
And awesome. I'm always entertained by him. I love his stuff. And speaking of entertainment and being entertained, we have another video. It's by someone across the pond, as we say in the UK. And then he's actually in studio, so we're gonna have a chat with him after the video. Let's please put our hands together for Peter John.
I'm going to show you the 3 tricks that I was asked to do the other day. I was in a restaurant with a friend and his grandson said, could I show him a trick? Knowing a lot of people like card tricks, I started with a card trick. So he shuffled the cards. I'm afraid I can't pass them to you. So Kevin, if you could choose maybe someone who doesn't often help.
Oh, I know somebody who's absolutely no help at all, so we'll get him on. And that is Bill.
Hello,
Bill.
You don't have to do much, don't worry. So I've got the cards here, and I'll spread them out so you can see they're well mixed up. Okay, now I'll turn them back. So I'm going to move my wand across, and all I need you to do to select the card is to say stop. So I'm going to move the wand across. Ready? Oh, too fast. I'll go a bit slower. Are you ready? If you like to say stop somewhere, I'll go to the end and start again.
Stop.
If you like. Right. Is that a fair place that you did ask to say stop?
Yes, I'll take it.
And we stopped on the 2 of clubs. So there's the 2 of clubs, which I will put upside down and cut the pack. Now, as you know, all magicians can do sleight of hand. It's very fast sleight of hand. And so wherever I cut the pack, I'll cut it at your card. I'll cut it 2 or 3 times right to the camera so you can see absolutely a cut near the top, cut near the bottom. And I will put the pack into 3 parts. If I count 1, 2, 3, would you give me a number? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2 is in the center one, and remember I cut the pack a lot of cards. I divide them into 3 packs, and a pack is cut at your. Right, so it's somewhere in the middle now, but I'm going to alter it to somewhere near the top. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you give me a number, let me think, between 1 and 11.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's your card. Now I'm going to make it disappear altogether. And there you see it has totally gone. Where's it gone? Hands empty. It's gone onto the coffee mat, which is on the table in your full view all the time. With children, and even now with adults, I often do a trick with vanishing a coin. But so I can let children, and in this case he's a teenager, so we do such things as coin through the table. And they quite like to keep those as souvenirs. I've even had 2 adults recently. Please could I keep that as a souvenir? Now go on to what is known in the trade as a paddle trick. Now this is rather tricky because of the shine of the camera and the setup. I have tilted my table, and we have a little gadget here which has coloured diamantes on both sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So would you like to choose a number between 1 and 6? Well, let's say between 7 and 0.
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 stopped on the red. So I just give it a bit of a shake. And it all turns to red. So when we started, they were all coloured on both sides. And now your freely chosen number, 4, took us to the red diamonds. Now I have to change cameras because I need to stand up. Just patient for a few seconds while I take my mouse and change cameras. Again, some of these tricks are perhaps more suitable for children, but I quite like a very old trick that I've been doing for 50 years with a hollow tube in which I keep a tiny little chap called a leprechaun, and he runs up and down. And we start with a long string at this end and a short one at this end. But on command, he will run along and pull the string across so that it changes to this side.
Yeah, they have one ring for each one.
Leprechauns are little Irish pixies who can do magic and quite often are invisible. So he's invisible. Sometimes it goes that way, other times it goes this way. One day I was doing this and we had a long one at both ends. The leprechaun fell asleep and he forgot to run up and down. So I had to tap on it to wake him up. But he vanished. Totally gone.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
There we go, the great Peter John, and there he is in person in our studios. How are you this day, Peter John?
Oh, I'm excellent, thank you. Thank you for the honour
I
of showing my video just now.
I love watching your videos. They're always entertaining. You always have a little bit of a twist or something different to add, which as a magician, a fellow magician, I'm enthralled by it. And I'm sure regular people as well as magicians love your stuff. What I'm going to ask you the same question I'll be asking some of our live people in the studio. How old were you when you did your very first effect, and what was it?
I was quickly working that out. My father, we lived in London, he worked in the city, was a friend of Max Templeton, who was the president of a London Society of Magicians, the next biggest group to the Magic Circle. Most of them belong to both societies. And he would give us free tickets to the open shows, big gala shows to the top magicians in London and England, one of whom was Louis Histard, who invented that last trick you saw. His one was rather more stage size, which I also have, but that was the pocket size. And I seem to remember I came home and made myself an egg bag. So I think I was around 6 or 7. And the first time I must have shown it to probably my parents, brothers and sisters and people, I was probably about 7. And the next trick was a tin. You imagine a cocoa tin about 6 inches high, 4 inches across. And my father made a secret compartment on the underneath. So you could show this small empty compartment empty, and you could light a bit of, by then I'd got flash paper from a firm called Davenport's. And then shaking it up, you turned it upside down and could take out lots of silk handkerchiefs.
Oh, wonderful. That's true magic, isn't it? Recalling the past, recalling the magic you shared with others, and the magic that they saw in their own eyes and mind. Children and adults alike, they're just incredible to perform for. So let's say folks want to book you, Peter John, or just get in touch with you. How can they?
If you look at my name on the screen, it's Peter John. So you just do .co.uk, peterjohn.uk. But I'm mostly retired now and really only get booked for charity shows where we're raising money for either cancer or children's charities.
Wonderful. Well, we'll look forward to having you back. If you will, next Friday, first Friday of every month, the show airs, and hopefully we'll see you on Open Mic Magic Theater on Wednesdays. Thank you once again. Let's put our hands together, please, for the great
Thank you.
Peter John. And there we go. And boy, time has caught me up. I don't believe that it's my segment with Cheryl. So let's bring up my partner in magic, is Cheryl Hayes, also known as Lady Chameleon, Lady C. How are you this day, Cheryl?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Awesome. I love your backdrop. It looks so whimsical. And you did that yourself, I believe.
Yep. Yes, I did. Finished it this morning.
It looks really, really, really good, whimsical.
You.
So, as you know, I've asked you to make a prediction, or perhaps you will in a moment. We do need someone from our audience to assist in this, and there it's Holly. I bet you I surprised you, Holly, didn't I? How are you today?
I'm excellent. Hey guys, how are you?
Oh, good, good.
Good.
And I believe you truly were surprised. You have no idea what Cheryl and I are about to do. Is that correct?
No clue.
Okay. I promise you it won't hurt us. In any case, um, Cheryl is going to make a prediction, and then I'm going to be quite honest with our audience. I know your astrological sign because it came up months ago in another effect. We won't say what it is because I'm not sure Cheryl knows what it is, and she certainly would not know a specific month and day. So, if you will, Cheryl, I'd like you to jot down and not a year. Don't worry about the year. There's too many figures to focus on. I'd like you, please, if you will, focus on a month. And if you could, Holly, focus on, without saying anything, focus on your month of birth and then your day of birth. Don't say anything. So Cheryl might pick up an impression. And just let us know, Cheryl, when you've jotted that down.
I did. I
Okay, excellent, excellent. So we are going to focus now, Holly, on this. And you might have seen this before. I have a date book, and what I've done is I've corresponded every single day of the year, that's 365 days, with a specific tarot card. Now, there are 78 cards in a tarot deck, so obviously I've had to play that over and over and over again. I've had to write it over cyclically and psychically as well, I might add. So some may be repeated, others may not. The major arcana, which is basically a journey, has 22 cards starting with the Fool or zero and ending at, I'm going to cheat right now, at the World, which is number 21. I say there's 22 cards in the major arcana because we count the Fool, which is zero. We also have four different suits that are present within the tarot. And those correspond actually to our modern deck of playing cards. So in one suit, the cups corresponds to hearts, and that pertains to love and emotions. Let's see, the rods, wands, or baton, that corresponds to clubs. And let's see, moving right along, as some might say, The swords are swords, they're spades in our modern deck of playing cards. That refers to action taking, if you will, movement. And I think, yep, we do have, if you might see right there, coins pertaining to earth, home, earthly goods, that sort of thing. So we have hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds. The money, the coins refers to diamonds in the modern deck of playing cards. And what I did, I took the liberty, if you will, of putting a different colored back card. I have no clue where it is at this moment. So this is a blue pack, and I put a red back in there with a little prediction as well. This being said, and boy, I said a mouthful, I'm going to ask you, please, for your date of birth, the month and the day.
Okay, it is November 15th.
That's correct. I was just testing. Um,
Yeah,
Thank you very much. That's the end of the effect. No,
I got it
November
right. I remembered.
November 15th would take us, wouldn't that be odd if there was no 15 in the deck? That would be an effect in itself. So we have the month of November, the day 15, and it's strength I've written in there. And you can see on the rest of the page, we have the Hanged Man, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit. Those are all from the major arcana. So you hit the major arcana. And strength is pretty much what one would think it is. It's strength on so many levels. I'm going to find the strength card,
Okay.
and perhaps this is why I didn't know where the red-backed card is. We have temperance, death. Never fear death in the tarot. It merely means change. So we're trying to find strength. We're trying to find strength amongst all of this. And again, it would be quite impressive if the strength card wasn't there. It's not that kind of effect. I see we went by it. Of course, this has happened before when I've presented this. I went right past whatever that card was, the tower. I see there's some stuck together, the devil, which again, you need not fear. The devil is merely an obstacle. Death. The hanged man is actually spiritual enlightenment. No need for fear there. Justice is pretty much what it proposes to be, what it supposes to be on so many levels. Wheel of Fortune is really what goes around, comes around, the Hermit card, and finally we've reached the Strength card. And I want to, if you will, to show it. It's a female, it's a maiden, and I interpret it as she's taming the lion, thus utilizing not just physical strength, but perhaps love, emotions, that sort of thing. And after all that, we finally found the card that corresponds to November 15th being strength. And believe it or not, as we turn it around, it is the red card, the only
Did
red
it?
back card. It is, in fact, your
It is
special day.
my special day. Yeah,
It is.
awesome.
This is so you, Holly. And I want to ask how your prediction, your hunch, Cheryl, if that was accurate, if that came true, did you get November 15th?
I believe I got a Scorpio.
Yeah,
Holy
awesome. Good
cow,
job, Cheryl.
11:15.
Cute.
Wonderful. I want to
Yep.
thank my partner in magic, Cheryl. I want to thank I want to say my partner in writing. She's a great horror author, Holly Knightley. Thank you so much for assisting in this great experiment of the mind. Thank
Thank you
you.
both. That was awesome.
Thank you guys. And there we go. How do we do it? I have no clue. You know what? I was just going to say, Cheryl, why don't you introduce the next guest? You don't have a rundown sheet. I'd really be putting you on the spot, and it would really be a test of your psychic abilities and mediumship abilities if you did guess correctly. We have via video one of my favorites. He's on the other side of the pond from Canada and the US. He's our mate. He is John the Great. Let's put our hands together for him.
Hey, I'm John the Great and I'm your mate, and today I'm going to show you some magic. Here we have a tray and two identical boards, okay, with question marks on, okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick that on the back. We're going to pick up the second board, which is identical, also a question mark on it, and that is going to slot in there like that. And then we're going to make the elephant disappear, okay. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, we make the elephant. Just pass me my magic wand, bing bang boom, and then we take off the first cover, then we take off the second cover, and then the elephant has completely disappeared. No? You think the elephant? Oh, okay, so there's the elephant. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do that again. Okay, we'll do that a second time. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll place the back board in there like that. We'll place the other board in the front. Like that. And then what we'll do is we'll make the elephant disappear. So we'll put the elephant in there, say the magic words, bing bang boom. Then we'll take that off like that. Take the other board off, and it completely disappeared. Now you've in the elephants, you've in the elephants under there, right? So what we'll do is we'll take this off. 1, 2, 3, bing bang boom, and the elephant has in fact disappeared. And that's magic.
John the Great from the UK. Thank you so much, by the way, John, if you're watching this, for allowing us to show your videos. It's very generous of you. We have another video to show from someone on this side of the pond from the US. She's a regular as well on every Wednesday on the Open Mic Magic Theater. Look it up on Facebook. Let's please put our hands together for someone who we just adore, and we're going to speak to her because she's also in studio. It is Obina the Enchantress. Let's put our hands together for her.
Hello, I'm glad everybody is here. Thank you for coming and with me. The Harvest Festival. This is my favorite time of the year. There's always plenty of fresh food. Before we do any type of preparation, for anybody who's been to visit me, you know, I'm not the person that you want preparing. I use magic to prepare the food. I prefer to start my circle. We are now protected in our circle. So, our clock lets us know. Minus the spider, of course. But we are now in the wheel of the year around for the celebration of lawns. So we're here for the Harvest Festival. We'll start with going out to the orchard. Around in this part of the country, whenever you have an orchard and put how well your fruit comes out, in this country we have a saying, they say, kind of a crap shoot. Well, I thought it was ugly and golden time for this. So I am going to pass the best apple that comes local. Go out to the orchard. We're going to go to the middle. Or it's going to be here. Give us the best apple that we have. Now we ask our good friend to take care of the apple for us. Don't let your brothers get it. So what else do we want? In this part of the country, we have the beautiful things that are called I love pumpkin because I can eat bread with this. I take that time. A little magic, of course. So we just need to go to the pumpkin patch. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to put your processor. Okay, this is the oven. Just process this thing. We're all hiding under here. To make a nice pie. And it must be ready. Cook just a little bit longer. Let them process. So what I am waiting for now are your best recipes. A little bit of flour. A little love, this must be our sugar. very soon. I was hoping that somebody I knew would be here, but they're not. So, but the egg substitutes are actually pretty good. But we put them all together. Close our oven. Oh, here's the important part. I almost forgot. Some for you and some for me. I'll share.
And there we go, Rubina the Enchantress. Let's put our hands together for her. And magically enough, she is there in studio. How are you, Rubina?
I am doing well, and I think I finally have the issue resolved where my voice can actually be heard on top of the music. So it's been a balancing trick, and that one was like, oh well, it's good. Hopefully the magic helped carried it without the dialogue.
Absolutely, it
Yeah.
did. And one of the things I've said this
Yeah.
before, I love about your magic is the visualness of it, the
Yeah.
color, and that's the way magic should generally be, full of
Yeah.
color and enchantment.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you the same question I've asked everyone else so far.
Yeah.
How old were you when you did your very first effect, and what was it?
Uh, uh, let's see. Well, I started magic much older than most of the people here. I actually started out life as a dancer, and I started dancing when I was very young and started performing with dance companies and troops at about 7 years old, and grew up in a military family. So we moved every 2 years, and it was very fun. So we always learned something new everywhere we went. And I fell in love with this magician. So I started going, oh, I want to learn something that I can add into my dance routines. I was dancing with companies, and he says, "Oh no, you're not part of you're not a member of the club. I cannot teach you anything." It's like, okay, so I went to one of the most well-respected magician in our local club, and I said, "Look, you know, I want to start taking classes. Can we can I take classes from you? And we won't tell anybody. And uh, I want to learn how to add some magic to my routines." And he was, oh, absolutely, that's wonderful. And what he would do is he'd go to the shows and sit there and watch, and he was so creative. I imagine that what he would do was he would say, "Oh, we can do this, and we can do this, and we can do this." And so we started adding magic to my routine. And this was in about, let's see, I think it was in 1992. So I quit counting the years, but that's been a couple of years ago. Yeah. After my anniversary of my 39th birthday, I don't count years anymore.
Yes, we'll perpetuate the 39th year, all of us. I think most of us
Yes,
will
that's
do
right.
that. Let's say folks want to get in touch with you for a show or just cuz. I know you also
Uh,
have a magic shop,
uh,
which spurs on every magician's
uh,
imagination. How can
yes.
people contact? Oh, I see it right there,
Yeah.
rabinamagic.com.
Here's Ramita. And also the Open Mic Magic Theater, which is our Wednesday night show. Absolutely wonderful. It goes along with this. And say our Friday show is always amazing. But the magic shop has a link in my Facebook, my page as well.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Rabina, for honoring us again this
Uh-huh.
day by appearing. It sounds like a magical term by
Yeah.
joining us this
Ta-da!
day.
Yeah.
You're so
Uh,
appreciated. Let's please put our hands together for Robina
Thank
the
you.
Enchantress.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mhm.
And I see by the little clock on the wall, which is coincidentally a Mickey Mouse clock. I don't know why. Perhaps it's a reflection of the sort of magic I do. It's Mickey Mouse. We have someone who's not Mickey Mouse. He's somebody I love and respect a great deal and admire him as well for not just his presentations, but for his creativity. And he's from a city that's near and dear to my heart. Everybody on my dad's side of the family is from New York City. A lot of them have moved to warmer climates in the US, or the Midwest or Texas. I even have some family in Texas as well. Let's please, that's a mouthful. Oh, I see we don't have time for him, so we'll just close for now. I'm joshing. Let's please put our hands together for the man who knows way too much, Tommy Burnett.
Hi, and I resent the fact that you said masses should be in color. So I'm going to do it in black and white. No, I can't do that. I can't. I could, but I'm not going to. So let's bring the color back in. Is that colorful enough for you, Michael?
Oh, more than. I think I need sunglasses now.
I know, right? My future is so bright in these days. Yes. Anyway, so I'm gonna I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. If it doesn't work, I'll just have Michael chop it out and we'll act like I was never here. So, I spent all afternoon trying to find one bottle of beer because I don't drink anymore. And so, none of the stores in my neighborhood bought saw beer, so I had to go on a bus to the supermarket to get a bottle of what was it, Miller Lite. And hopefully you can hear this, but I'm really gonna smash this. I don't know if you heard that, but it gets smashed. And all right, I'm also gonna use this to chop off the edges a little bit. All right, I think it's gonna work. I don't know if you can hear the glass in there, but so you may notice I have some bags over here. They all have a block of wood. I'm not going to bother showing you all of them because, as Ms. Tolley said, to save time, but I'm going to place this in here and try and cover this up without actually cutting myself. Because this is really, I don't know if you can see that, but this is really pretty sharp. But, all right. And I'm just gonna bring it all the way down to right here. Now, if somebody was here with me, I would say, don't pick this up from the top, pick it up from the block on the bottom, right? And each bag has its own block in it. And I'm just gonna mix these up now. It doesn't matter that I can see it because in a moment I'm going to blindfold myself and make myself legally blind for your entertainment pleasure. So, and if I could get Holly and one other person to help me, you don't have to be on screen, but I need to hear your voices. So Holly is somebody else, because I really cannot see. I'm pulling this way down below my nose. So some people say I can peek down
I'll
below.
try.
Okay, who's that?
Chris, I'll try.
Oh, hey, Chris.
Hey, Tommy.
I love your act today. It was really good. So, Holly, let's say, is my hand on top of the bag?
Yeah, yeah, I would pull it closer to your chest, just a little bit. Your hand, a little close. Yeah, yep,
Okay. Oh
yeah,
yeah, I
yep,
feel it now. Okay.
yep.
So we'll call this one number 1,
Okay,
2, 3, and 4. Okay. That's the
okay.
last time I'm gonna actually touch the top because I don't want to cut my hand unless I have to. But the rule will be once you help me lift these up again, between you and Trish, you will tell me which one does not have the bottle in, and I will smash my hand on it.
Oh wow, okay.
That's the rule. I can't weasel my way out of it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh gosh.
So I know, but that's why they pay me the big bucks, Holly. You know, to entertain you with violence and fear. So
I'm entertained.
Me too.
yes. So you get to make the first move. Which 2 bags do you want me to move around?
Let's move. Yeah, let's move. Bag 1 and bag 4.
Okay, bag 1 and bag 4. So that
Yeah.
would be this one and this one. You want me to put them in the same spot or put them in a different spot?
Let's move them. Yeah, just switch them. Maybe just switch them.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
we'll put that one here and this one here, and hopefully I can line these up.
Okay. Yeah, they look good.
Is that good? Okay. So
Yeah, they're pretty
Trish,
good. Yeah.
Trish, it's your turn. Which 2 would you like me to move? And you're more than welcome to have me move the same ones again.
Okay. It's making me nervous, Tommy. This is a lot of pressure. Your safety is in my hands.
Well,
How about
and my career, because if I ruin my hands, I have no career. So
Right.
it is a lot of pressure
your life and your
on
livelihood?
on both of us. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try
So
my best. Let's do 3, switch 3 and 4. Just swap 3 with 4.
So this is 4, and
Yep.
this will be 3. So we'll put that there.
Is that the right move, Holly?
Hopefully I
Yeah,
have enough
I'm
room.
liking that. I'm liking
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Is that good? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Holly, I'll give you the last go. Do you want to do any more, or are you happy with the way it is now?
Oh, I'm gonna be a pain, Tommy. I'm gonna be a pain. I like number 1 now is bothering me. Can you move number 1?
Okay. Okay. And where would you like me to place number 1?
Place it in. It's so crazy.
Hey,
Place it in number 4.
I know what you're thinking. Don't say it out loud.
Wait,
That's not
place
funny.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
place it in number 4. Place it in the
Okay.
spot of number 4. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know why. Yeah, that number 1 was bothering me. Yeah, I feel better about it. I hope Chris is okay with that move.
Well, unfortunately, Chris, you have no more say. But we'll start with you. We'll start with you. You tell me which one does not have a bottle under it. Talking about pressure, you have to tell me which one does not have the bottle under it.
That's me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was a little distracted. Number 3.
You're distracted. You're okay. I'm sorry. What was it?
Number 3.
Number 3. So it would be. Tell me if I'm on top of it.
You're on top of it.
I'm on
Yep.
top of it right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you sure that's the one that doesn't have a bottle? This one does not have a bottle?
We'll find
Yes or
out.
no?
We'll find out. Reasonably sure. Okay.
Okay, good. Good call, Chris.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
good
paying
call.
attention.
Yes, good call indeed. Thank you, Chris. So now we're down to 3, and we're back to Holly. So, Holly, would you like number 1, 2, or 3?
Well, Tommy, I hope your hands are insured for a couple $1 million because I'm cursed. So hope this doesn't affect you. But I'm gonna go with number 2. Does not have a bottle. Does not have the bottle on it.
So Is that like around here somewhere?
Move over a little bit to
Which, which
a
way?
little bit towards that way. Yeah.
That way? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
is
Perfect.
that good
Yep.
right there?
Yep. Right
Okay,
there.
and you're saying this one does not have a bottle?
It does not.
Are you positive?
I'm pretty positive. Yeah.
I really want you to dig deep because
Yeah, I feel like that one's calling out to me. I don't know if it's calling out to me because it does have a bottle or if it doesn't have a bottle, but I'm gonna go with that one. I hope that yeah. But now your hand's moving over a little bit. You gotta move it close. Yeah,
is
move
it?
it back.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
right there.
That's
Perfect.
okay.
Yep. Awesome.
Ah.
But
All right,
we have
so
a problem,
now,
Tommy. The bag fell off the other one a little bit. Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
all right, well, I guess now
Hey, you're all right. That's all we care about.
now it's over there, but wow, okay. Did it come off the
Wow, so
one
that was close though. We really would have that was great.
Thank you. Well, yeah.
That was awesome.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to carefully move this
Yeah.
away, so I'll throw that out later. But thank you for helping me.
Thank you,
now
Tommy.
Great work,
go
Tommy.
back to Dr. Mike.
Love it.
Awesome, Tommy. I have to tell you, I was holding my breath a couple of times there as well. I wasn't so
Oh,
sure
that?
that I wasn't
So
so
was that?
sure that the audience assistants were being compliant or honest. That's really, really cool, though. I
Thank
guess you
you.
could say it was a really sharp act. So,
Uh, uh,
yeah,
uh,
I'm
uh,
sorry.
uh,
I'm sorry.
some people
So,
say some people say it's all a glass ceiling, but you know, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. So
It's a
tell me.
it's a glass act. It's a glass
Oh,
act. Yes. Okay. So
oh.
let's move on. Let's move on. Okay.
Yeah, I think I will. I've run out of puns, which for
Yeah, I
me
know.
isn't unusual. So tell me, what was your very first effect you ever did, and how old were you?
Well, I was thinking about that because I heard you asking everybody else before me. So I was about 6 when I did my first show, really. Um, and the effect that I did was an age assembly, which I know you know what it is, but if anyone watching is when a deck is shuffled and somehow you bring out all 4 aces, and it's amazing. And I did it for a room full of lawyers at my grandfather's house, um, and I was 6. And to this day, I remember it differently than like my mother and everyone else that was there. Everyone said that I fooled everyone. I I really doubt that I did, but if I did, um, great. But the way I remember it was I was fumbling a lot and I did stuff behind my back and oh, there's an ace, but that kind of thing. So yeah, that was but the first real effect was something that my father used to do when I was a kid, which was color changing knives.
That's funny. That was one of my first ones as well. Huh.
Yeah. And so I haven't done it. I have a set, but I haven't done it in years. I'm still looking for, if anyone knows, still looking for the one that I had when I was a kid, had real mother of pearl, and
Yes.
the other one was made out of like deer antler or something like that. And I can't find them. So if anyone
Ah,
knows, I would love to have another set like that. But yeah.
awesome. Awesome. I tell you, I also had a set, and these were available widely in the 70s or 80s, where the climax of the effect would be like many, many wee pen
I remember
knives.
that. Yeah,
And
sure.
you could open up each one as well. They were actual little pen knives, and I've misplaced them. But what a great conclusion that would make. You're doing the usual effect with the color change, and then boom, you've got all of these. I don't even know if they still make them. If someone out there is aware of, there's about 10, maybe 12 little wee miniature pen knives, let me know. Tommy, how can people get in touch with you?
Well, I mean, the easiest way is put your finger out and go like that. But
It's
oh,
working.
my eye. Ow. But
Let's do the
if
Three
you
Stooges thing.
ow. Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
oh,
So if you want to get in touch, you can get in touch with me over here. My personal website, TommyBennett.com. My magic website where you can find all my creations, MagicTaboo.com. My email, TommyBennett1 @gmail, and then my phone number. I won't read that out because you should be able to see it because it's the biggest thing here. But yeah, that's, that's how you can get in touch.
I want to plug our show as well.
Yes,
Starting the first Saturday in January and alternating rather every 2 weeks with my show with Holly. We've got something for the mentalist and the bizarrest that you and I are hosting
yes.
for a while. What is the name of it?
It's probably Beyond Belief. I don't remember the subtitle, and I came up with it, but it's Beyond Belief is the main title, yes.
And
And
so
they have some really cool guests coming on.
yes, I'm very excited about it. We've already lined up a few. It's only going to be a limited series, 6 shows, the same thing with my show with Holly, but they'll be alternating, so it's going to go clear into March of
Yeah.
2026. But boy, it's going to be exciting. I'm so honored and excited that you're allowing me to co-host with you a show. So greatly
You,
appreciated. And I want to carry on the tradition of us doing that which we started in the pilot. So thank you so much, Tommy Burnett. I'm gonna high
thank you.
five you or do
That's
this
just like,
deal.
okay.
I know
No,
it's
no.
tricky there. Thank you,
Thank
Tommy
you, my
Burnett. Thank you
thank
so
you, my
much.
friend. Take care.
You too. And I don't believe we've come to our last performer, our last entertainer. And without him, the show would not run smoothly. He's the technical end of it. If I had maybe 20 arms or hands, I could do what he does. And he makes things run really, really smoothly. He is also the co-founder, along with technically it was Tommy originally, but now he and Rabina the Enchantress co-host. Open Mic Magic Theater. Look it up on Facebook. Let's please put our hands together from the UK, Mr. Kevin Peel. Aha, it's not running so smoothly, is it? You're
I
bad,
was
you're
just
wicked.
teasing you.
It's so long I can do this.
I was just wondering, yeah, how long I could keep it clapping. But,
Exactly.
right, I'm going to have the help of Holly again. There's a specific reason for this, because I don't want anyone who is a magician, and I don't want anyone who is psychic. So hopefully you're not psychic, Holly.
No, I don't think I am. Maybe sometimes. That might just be
Okay.
a choice.
Okay. So we're going to have a game of what is commonly known in the psychic community as psychic poker. I'll explain how that works. We need you can find why do you, it's so difficult to, oh, look at that. It actually worked. Oh, it hardly ever works. This is a brand new pack of cards, as you can see. And there's a specific reason why I'm using these, as the magicians amongst us will know, and realize why. I won't explain, but they will know. So these are B cards, and they are from a specific casino. I bought a whole lot of different casino cards. So wherever that specific casino is, I haven't a clue, but that's the one these cards came from. And to play psychic poker, you need the cards to make up a straight flush. Okay, so we'll do the same with the blacks, and there's the ace. Okay, there's our ace. Okay, so we've got two straight flushes there.
Okay.
And if I was to deal those out in a hand, we'd neither of us would win. Yeah, because they'd be the same. One hand, well, they're not as precisely straight flushes because they're a mixture of, oh no, yeah, it's clubs and spades. So generally, I think clubs take that's not what we're going to do now. We're going to play psychic poker, and I'll explain how that works. Okay, so first we have to cut these. So Holly, if I just go through like this, you just say stop and we'll cut at that point.
Stop.
Stop there, that one there, that point there?
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And we'll do it again. Cut them yet again somewhere else.
Stop.
There, yeah?
Yep, that's good.
Okay. And then we need to give a little shuffle. And another cut.
Stop.
There.
Yep.
And we'll do one more cut.
Stop.
There. Okay.
Yep.
And then we just need to give one more shuffle, yeah? Okay. And which has truly and totally mixed the cards up. And let's just see. I needed to actually have a little bit of prior information here, which I don't want you to know.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just bear with me a second. Okay. Okay, so let's I've just got my head in a little bit of a twist, Holly, because psychic poker is a tricky game to play, and so I needed to actually okay, so let's give these another cut. Okay, actually we'll give them another shuffle and yet another cut. Okay, give it another cut.
Okay, stop.
There.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Okay, so we've now given them a really good mix, because I got myself sort of mixed up where I meant to have that on as well. Okay, so Holly, how psychic poker works is the following. I deal two hands, one for me and one for you. Okay, like this. Okay, and so we'll take In fact, you choose which hand you want, that hand or that hand. Which do you think is the winning hand?
The one closer to the deck of cards with the king. The other one.
That hand there you think is the winning hand?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how psychic poker works. I now have to, not bad, you've got 2 aces there, but I've got 3 of a kind in there, so it doesn't matter. You lose that hand. Now psychic poker works because you're playing poker with 2 psychics, and it's an honor thing. If you say that's what you've got, you believe it. That's what you've got. So we demonstrate it one more time, okay? So we just do this.
I don't know if I like this game.
Okay, so which hand do you want?
The one on the left.
The one on my left again?
Yeah.
Okay, now so Holly, reach out and tell me what you feel is you've got in that hand. I'll hold my hand there like that.
I think I have the whole straight flush. I think I have the whole set of spades.
You've got the whole set of spades, yeah?
I think I do. Yeah, I think I'm going to win that one.
Well, you don't, because I've got a straight flush as well, so it really doesn't matter. We both got straight flushes.
I guess you're right. Oh my gosh, yeah, Dom.
Yeah. And it's an honor game. We have to believe the other ones were both psychic, Holly.
Okay.
Let's just play it one more time, just for fun.
Okay, yeah, that was my mess up. Okay.
Okay, now let me just say, no, so there are no straight flushes there. So which one do you want? Which one do you want?
I'm gonna go with the left again.
The left again, okay.
Yeah.
So again, I'll do that. So what do you feel that you've got?
I feel like I got, I think I got two aces and 2 queens.
2 aces and 2 queens.
Yeah.
No. Actually, I think you could be right. Let's just see what I've got. I've got 4 kings in there, Holly. Therefore, I'll win again.
But you can't have 4 kings.
Yeah. I've got, I just feel it. I feel it. I know it. Yeah. That's what I had. Yeah. So Holly, shall I? What we have to do now is prove to you that psychic poker is what it says psychic poker. Okay. I'll deal them out one more time. And you choose one of those cards, one of those top cards.
Let's go with the one on the right.
The one on the right this time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just slide that off there. Okay. And I'll just give these the rest a bit of a shuffle. Okay. So this is how psychic poker works, Holly. Yeah, I know that one there is the 10 of spades. That's how it works. That's how psychic poker works. Oh, now I'm not playing obviously with a psychic. I'm playing with a non-psychic. Therefore, you need proof that it is the 10 of spades.
That's very good. You redeemed yourself a little bit.
She's stunned.
Thank you,
Thank
Holly.
you, Kevin.
I love that, Kevin. And apparently you stunned Holly because she froze there for a moment, I think.
Yeah, she froze for a second, didn't she?
I love that. That could be a whole act in itself. That could be a 20-minute or 15-minute act. So I'm going to ask you the same thing I've asked everyone else. What was your very first effects that you ever performed? What is it and how old were you?
Well, I know what he was, but I had to think way back to the age. I would have been about 11 or 12, somewhere around there. And I know I was in hospital. And I always loved watching magic on TV. And my dad brought me a magic set while I was in hospital. And there was one little effect in there that just tickled my fancy, grabbed me, and I then bored everybody with the same effect for the next 2 years. And that was the little plastic cups and balls.
Were they colorful? Were they different colors, or they were all the same?
No, they were all the same color. And if I'd known you were doing what you're doing, I've actually still got them in a drawer downstairs somewhere. They're a bit battered and old, and the original ball has disappeared. I think I've got a styrofoam ball that I used.
Oh, so cool.
But,
wow. So let's say folks want to book you or just get in touch with you. How can they?
As I always say, I hate people, so I don't want anyone booking me. So, just seriously though, it's theukmentalist.co.uk in the old-fashioned website thingy, or Kevin Peel, Magician and Mind Reader on Facebook, or the UK Mentalist on Facebook. There you will.
Wonderful.
In the words of the wonderful Dr. Michael Likey, look it up on Facebook.
I'm looking forward to, and I'm hoping our audience will as well, to Wednesday. It gives me something to look forward to appearing.
Well,
I'm hoping you'll have me on your show again. I shouldn't take things for granted, but
can I do a plug for something else as well?
I know what it is. Yes.
Yes, because on Monday, and I think, do you mind if we bring in the creator of the show?
I hope we can.
I'm just having a look at his. No, I'm looking at I'm looking at the roof of his car at the moment. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'll have to show you the roof of my car.
Joseph, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Thank you for letting me be in the audience here and all of that kind of stuff.
Yes, silly o'clock there in Australia. So Joseph is the creator of the No Name Trivia Show, which is an Australian, as it says, a trivia show with no name, and it's fantastic. And they have guests on every week, and I'm honoured to be the resident magician and co-host as well. And this Monday we have a fantastic.
Kevin seems. Oh,
carry on, Joe.
I was going to say Kevin seems to always fall in love with some of the female guests we have.
How very dare you. Yeah, so this Monday we have a fantastic good friend of mine from Sussex here in the UK, called Sam Jones. He's a magician, a ventriloquist, a comedian, a mind reader, a creator, and a very funny guy as well. And he's been on Britain's Got Talent. He was in the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent with his ventriloquism act. So he'll be with us on Monday, 11 a.m. in the UK, 8 p.m. in Sydney, and Dr. Mike will tell us the relevant times in the USA and Canada, won't you?
I'm a little bit scared to think of it. I think it's 3 a.m. LA time, something like that, and 6 a.m. Eastern
6 a.m.
or
New York,
York
isn't it?
time.
I think, yeah.
Wow. But it'll be worth it because
absolutely.
the ventriloquist is no dummy.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm out.
No,
thanks
no.
so much,
Thanks,
Kevin.
Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To compete with Audrey now.
And I want to thank everybody who appeared on the show this Friday. Tonight it was the Magical Miss Charlie, Raven Luck Magic, Chris the Bard, Peter John, myself with Cheryl, or Strange Gambits, John the Great, Robina the Enchantress, Tommy Burnett, and of course, Kevin Peel. So Kevin promoted already the No Name Trivia Show. I guess I need not mention the No Name Trivia Show. Look it up on Facebook. We must also mention, because we didn't even mention it once this show, every Wednesday on Facebook, the Open Mic Magic Theater, where some of the greatest magicians in the world show their stuff. And oh, I see that tomorrow, which is Saturday, September 6th, my own chat show, Magical People Live. It airs, it live streams at 1 LA time, 4 New York time, 9 UK time. And the next day is Sunday, 6 a.m. in Australia. We have Cheryl Hayes's own husband. He's an award-winning record holder, centipede record holder, and we'll find out more about that. He makes money by having fun. He plays video games and all sorts of things. So he'll be real specific when we meet him tomorrow. And I do believe that we've come to the end of another show. I do want to mention, as I alluded to with Tommy earlier, starting in January, every Saturday, I'll be alternating with Tommy and with Holly nightly, two different chat shows. One is for the mentalists, Beyond, I forget what it's called, Tommy, Beyond what?
Beyond belief.
Thank you. I didn't believe it myself. Beyond belief. And the
Yeah.
following weekend, alternating with us, The Crypt, which is essentially for authors, horror authors, suspense authors. It features Holly and myself. Holly is one of the world's greatest suspense and horror authors. I must say, I've read a few of her things and I've reviewed it as well. And I'm hoping between January and now, we're going to feature Micah Cover in a special. If he agrees to it, I'll chat with him. I don't know if he's still in-house or not. To promote his wonderful production coming up very, very shortly, live. And it's a Sherlock Holmes mystery kind of thing as well that he wrote. So now I'm going to stop yakking. I'm going to thank all of you as well for joining us this day. And we'll see you next Friday, the first Friday of the month. Thank you so much.
Yeah.